Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're here with film critic Herb Stratford, talking all things movies and what's coming to your streaming service, which I'm excited about the things that are coming to your streaming service, but I'm also perplexed by every buzz and review and story that's coming out of Marvel's Eternals. Fill us in, Herb, because they're coming to Eternals is being released by Marvel this weekend in movie theaters. So the big question is it worth paying to see this movie?
Well, I mean, here's the thing about Eternals. If you're a completist, absolutely, right? Because I mean, it's part of the world, and you always know everything's interconnected. So they're going to do something that connects to something. They're going to reference stuff that happened in other movies, and what's the post-credit scene going to be? You know what I mean, and all that stuff. So you kind of got to go. But I mean, the thing is, it's a little bit of a deep dive. I mean, this is not Hulk. This is not Captain America. This is not, you know what I mean? It's like these are characters that if you're versed, you may know it. But if you're just a casual person, you're going to be like, I don't know who any of these people are. I don't know who the bad guy is.
I don't know who any of these people are.
I'm versed, and I didn't.
Okay, so you didn't even know who these people are.
Very vaguely, very much like an old 1970s super team, like the All Winners Squad or something like that.
Right.
In the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, something that didn't stick with the comic book audience and the Marvel audience. Why make a movie about this group of superheroes then?
I actually do know that, but when you talk to Herb a little bit more about that, it's because, like, quickly, the same way he pointed out to me a moment ago, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Like, who really knew them as much? It's because it's like fertile ground where you don't have all these people being like, that's not the way Iron Man would behave.
That's right.
It's that. Big Hero 6 was another one that Disney got. That is a Marvel group, and you don't realize it. But yes, it's because there's not a lot of, continuity tied to them that we can't manipulate. So Eternals, a lot of manipulatable stuff.
Well, then that sucks. It's like rewriting the source material from day one. Haven't they learned that, like, when studios rewrite source material, it usually 9 times out of 10 results in bad product?
Yeah. The book better than the movie. But
here's the thing, though. You're right. I mean, I think you're absolutely right. And it's like, Stan Lee's gone. Jack Kirby's gone. Right. You know what I mean? They have no pull. The estates have no pull with Marvel because they're still suing them left and right for things.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right. I think it's an interesting parallel you just brought up, Beef, because who's in this movie but 2 Game of Thrones actors?
Absolutely. That's ironic.
Another IP that, sort of got messed up when they strayed from the source material.
Absolutely. Yeah, there are a lot of coincidences here. And of course, just casting Angelina Jolie at this point.
Well, who is in this movie? Like,
there's big names.
Yeah, but are they? Is this a draw for me to be like it's starring this person?
I'll tell you what. I was excited to see Camille Nanjiani.
I love him
because he got super swole and just
he did.
And I'm like, oh yeah, let's see a buff Camille. That's gonna be awesome. And the rest, I'm not a big Kit Harington fan because I wasn't Game of Thrones fan, but I could see him in this universe. Salma Hayek, she's pleasurable to look at. So there are some good names in this, but again, I don't know.
Like a lot of co-stars to me.
I'll tell you what, though. At the same time, it doesn't matter who the cast is because usually it's a make or break for a career, like Chris Pratt and even Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody was looking at Guardians of the Galaxy when they started. Chris Evans too. It was not another teen movie.
Right.
Yeah, he was.
Right.
He was a bad torch. So it didn't think that these people were going to make the film, and insteed the film made those people.
Good point, actually. Well done.
Right.
Well, and I think also, when we were off air, you brought up a good point too about Chloe Zhao, the director, coming off of her win for the Academy Award for Nomadland last year, and the reality that Marvel's sort of broadening this thing and saying, hey, we're going to bring in some auteur directors, some higher profile people, and we're going to give them something. But to your point, Powers, we're not going to give them Iron Man. You know what I mean? We're going to give them something they can have a little bit of room to play with, and that's probably part of her deal. She's like, I don't need that fanboy crap.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Give me an IP that has no fans.
Yeah.
And then let's see how that works.
100%.
Well, it's a good test. And so I think, the interesting thing right now is at 53% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes,
so,
worse than Thor The Dark World.
Yeah.
Now, is that the fan or
it's the
critic?
Lowest. It's the critic one.
Okay.
So it is the low, but it is, honestly, it's the lowest Marvel Rotten Tomatoes ever.
Okay.
Right.
Which that doesn't speak well for this experiment
Not at all.
of lesser known IP and high profile director.
Okay, then let me ask you this before we get out of this segment. The over-under for the opening box office weekend. It is a Marvel film. There isn't really too much competition going up against them, and people do want to go out to the theaters. How much money do you think it will make domestically amongst the U.S. over the weekend?
I screwed the pooch on this last time with Dune, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna go way low and say 30.
You're gonna say $30 million.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say it's gonna go over 30. I was thinking over under of 100 million, but you're saying under on 100 million by $70 million.
All right, 50.
Yeah, because you're way wrong in that. It's definitely gonna outperform Halloween 17.
Yeah.
So, and they made $50 million in the box office.
I'll take 50. You take the over.
Okay, I'll take over, but it's gonna be under 100 million easily.
I'm gonna go 78 million.
78 million. Oh,
Yeah.
you want to go specific here? Okay.
Not 75.
Psychic powers.
78,
All
yes.
right, well, there you have it. We'll follow up on it Monday and see who is closer to being right. I have a feeling I got it. To be honest with you.
No competition with itself, though. It's just in theaters. Or is it
Yeah,
all-
it's just in.
It's
Just
not on
in
Disney. They're
theaters.
not doing that
Okay,
so
anymore.
it's not a Black Widow. It's not
Good.
anything else.
They don't want to keep getting sued by their actors.
Well, yeah.
And Shanghai is coming out on Disney Plus,
Who?
I think.
Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think is it next week or something? So I mean,
Already?
the window is narrow.
Absolutely,
Wow.
which is fantastic. All right, we're gonna hit the reset. When we come back, there are tons of projects that are coming to your streaming services, and we're gonna talk about which ones we're excited about next on Beef Vegan Presents. Don't go away.